It's no secret that Goiky has the second biggest crime problem in all of fiction, behind only Gotham. A large part of this problem comes from the lack of criminal prosecution in the region, there being only one known courthouse in all of this vast land. So if you insist on traversing this dangerous terrain, you'll need to know about all the dangerous criminals who roam it. Today we'll be looking at, perhaps, the most notorious and evil of them all, Blocky.
Goiky's most wanted. Goiky's most wanted. Yeah, we're catching criminals. We're catching criminals. Goiky's most wanted. Okay, if I make more of these character focused videos, I'm not going to be doing that whole intro bit again. It's the only time you're going to hear it. To determine the sentence for each of Blocky's crimes, we will be using California laws, with a couple exceptions, and giving him the maximum punishment for each conviction. Anyway, let's get into this video. Okay, so Pre-BFDI fiery comics aren't really canon, but they do introduce us to the characters and their personalities, so I thought I'd include them anyway. We first see Blocky in a drawing from mid-2008 labelled Character Chart. As you can see, he was initially named Building Block. Of course, he doesn't exactly have a personality just yet, so we'll need to move on to his next appearance. We next see Blocky at the beginning of Fiery Book 2, but he doesn't have a speaking role, he just has a cameo appearance alongside everyone else who is sliding down the hill. We next see him in the Warm Cold comic where he stands next to Ice Cube to stay cool, although from what happens later on in Total Fiery Island, that might not be the only reason. Total Fiery Island actually comes before Fiery Book 3, but Blocky doesn't appear in the latter, so it doesn't matter either way. Blocky does nothing in Book 1, but his team wins, so he's safe. In Book 2, he slips off the beam before the 4 remaining Murderer Trout members, but he somehow hits the ground after them, so his team are safe. In Book 3, he actually puts 100% genuine effort into the challenge. Despite some mishaps with Coiny and Bubble towards the start of the race, he manages to finish second, just 2 seconds behind Snowball. This gives the Yelling Beavers, Blocky and Snowball's team, a massive advantage in terms of average time, which is how the teams are ranked in this challenge. However, Flower walks the whole race, so she ends up losing the challenge for her team, and she receives 7 votes, and there are 7 other members on her team, so that means everyone else voted for her. Book 4 sees Blocky encouraging Match, who immediately gets herself knocked out, and Blocky is not seen after the time skip, meaning he was himself knocked out at some point. In Book 5, Blocky finally was a Blocky and cheats, getting his team disqualified from the challenge. They vote him off. He then makes a cameo with the other eliminated contestants in Book 14. He then next appears in Book 17 where he calls Ice Cube cute, which is like so out of character for him. Total Fiery Switch and Total Fiery Points have never been officially revealed online, so I can't use them for this video. Okay, so there's not that many crimes pre-BFDI. Blocky starts off pretty tame. There's only 2 things that could be considered crimes. The first is in TFI Book 3 when he crashes into the ground creating a crater, which is arguably property damage, but I personally think that the repairs would just be paid for out of the show's budget. Now, on the other hand, Blocky cutting Coiny's rope would definitely get prosecuted. It's not the rope being cut that would again be paid for out of the show's budget. It's the fact that Coiny is physically harmed by Blocky's actions and that Blocky did this maliciously. This would be classed as battery, which in California would land Blocky 6 months and $1,000 fine. Okay, here's where we pick up the pace. Blocky loses the bounce beam challenge and then pick B on Pin's team Squish Cherry. During the vote challenge he gets spit on the ass, flies into the air and appears to be swallowed by a sea monster. But in BFDI 2 we find out who was actually behind the sea monster's mouth and was actually unharmed. He presumably spent the next month making his way back to South Goiky. We also get the first Blocky's Flying Doings International prank here. In BFDI 3, Blocky and Pen cheat on tests and get caught causing their team to lose. Blocky gets voted off the following episode. Apart from brief DLC cameos in BFDI 5 and 6, Blocky does not appear until BFDI 8 in another Blocky's Flying Doings International prank. And later on, he asks the viewers to vote him back into the game. Next episode, he gets his wish and rejoins and is picked by Snowball to join the Squashy Drapes when the team gets split up. Snowball then proceeds to single-handedly lose the next challenge for the team. In BFDI 10, Blocky reigns on the Squashy Drapes and helps Grapes finish second in the contest. He also greatly contributes to his team's victory the following episode. In BFDI 12, he kind of just places third in the contest and does nothing else. In BFDI 13, he cheats in the contest by killing Bubble and sealing her ball despite not even being at risk of elimination. He ties first in the next episode's contest with Bubble and is therefore even safer. It's this running good form that guarantees Blocky's continued safety in BFDI 15 even after a mediocre result in the bar prank contest. Despite the fact that he would have normally been safe at the end of BFDI 16, everyone but Fire is up for elimination, meaning that Blocky is at risk for the first time since BFDI 9. This is not bode well for the red guy as he's eliminated with 112 votes. We also get another Blocky's Flying Doings International here. In BFDI 18, Blocky along with the other eliminated contestants attempts to escape the TLC but to no avail. He does not appear in BFDI 19. In BFDI 20, he begs viewers to give him a third chance in the game. This has not come to fruition. He does not appear in BFDI 22 or 23. BFDI 24 features another Blocky's Funny Doings International and the eliminated contestants getting eaten by bugs, except David. David's immune to bugs. In BFDI 25, Blocky initially wanted Leafy to win but joins the mob against her when she steals Green Island from Fiery. Of course, when the contestants attempt to execute Leafy, Fiery saves her. Thus concludes Season 1. Now there are just too many crimes for me to go in detail about all of them, so I'll just list them out by episode and who the victim is, and I'll go in detail about the ones I need to. Right, let's go. Right, BFDI 1A. Life sentence for attempted first degree murder on Bubble. 9 years for attempted second degree murder on Bubble. 6 months and $1,000 fine for battery on Woody. Now, this next one is assault on Coiny, but Coiny doesn't get injured. He probably wouldn't care enough because he doesn't get eliminated because of it or anything, so no prosecution. And lastly, battery on Flower, 6 months, $1,000 fine. Now for BFDIA 1B, second degree murder Bubble, life, strangulation match, 4 years. BFDI 2, torture Bubble, life. BFDI 3, torture Ice Cube, life. BFDI 8, first degree murder, Ice Cube, life. Torture, Ice Cube, life. BFDI 9, battery announcer, 6 months, $1,000 fine. BFDI 10, second degree murder, Ice Cube, life. Voluntary manslaughter, Bubble, 11 years, 1 year probation, $10,000 fine. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt for this one. That's the only reason it's manslaughter, as opposed to murder. In BFDI 11, the whole challenge is to pop people's balloons, so yeah, I'm not giving them any sentences for popping people's balloons. Now for blowing up, bombing and injuring like 5 other people in the explosion. Well, here's his sentence. In BFDI 13, he commits second degree murder and petty theft, Bubble being the victim of both, so that's life plus 6 months and $1,000 fine. In BFDI 15, he commits attempted second degree murder on Ice Cube, which gives him 9 years. In BFDI 17, Blocky commits torture on Fiery, so that's another life sentence. And in BFDI 18, he attempts to escape custody, which gives him another 3 years. In BFDI 21, Blocky commits battery on Woody, so that's another 6 months and $1,000 fine. Blocky tortures the announcer in BFDI 24, so that's another life sentence, and that's attempted second degree murder on Leafy in BFDI 25, so that's another 9 years. And that's BFDI done. Blocky appears at the start of BFDIA 1 along with the other contestants chasing Leafy in an attempt to lynch her. He does not receive enough votes to make it into Season 2, and thus is sent to the DLC. He does not make any significant appearances throughout the rest of BFDIA, the BFDIA's Pack Special, or IDFB. Despite knowing this, I still went and rewatched them all. He does appear in the paper towel short though, where he and the Razor are the main characters. Alright, so crimes. BFDIA 1. Attempted kidnapping, Leafy, 8 years. Conspiracy to commit first degree murder, Leafy, life. Now for paper towel. Petty theft, eraser, 6 months, $1,000 fine. So we get to BFB, and it takes Blocky all of 20 seconds to commit a crime. He joins a better name than that to struggle with a leadership crisis in the first 4 episodes, which is mostly Blocky's fault. Better name than that do basically nothing in BFB5, like they might as well not be present. However, they play a massive role in the next episode where they murder 4 and they get trapped on the moon with Blah. BFB7, the team hack remote, which he retaliates by trying to plant a bomb in Robot Flower, which leads to a better name than that's first time up for elimination. Well, luckily for Blocky, this is the second time he's been UFE and not eliminated, and the 2 lunar-based teams get returned to terrestrial grounds. Better namers again have uneventful episodes of BFB 8 to 12, though the latter does see Blocky talking to Pen and Razor again, which is nice. BFB 13 sees Blocky pilot the team's rocket, which is now being used to mine for emeralds. BFB 14 is a continuation of that. In BFB 15 we see that Blocky is one of the survivors of the massive lava flow, and he manages to help his team win immunity through his usual tactics. BFB 16 is a big one. It's where Teapot splits off. Blocky initially switches over to Teapot, but switches back when the prize goes from a BFDI to a BFB. And that's pre-split BFB. BFB 17 onwards is post-split, which is a lot less highly regarded, and I'm going to watch it all in one sitting. Help me. He gets put on the have-nots who win the first contest. BFB 18 helps Taco drop a bunch of rocks on top of X. The have-nots then lose the challenge, but for an unrelated reason. Blocky survives against Spongy in the bottom 2. Blocky brings up Blocky's funny doings international in this episode, and Taco encourages him to do more funny doings, which can only mean more crimes. He accidentally kills himself and 4 of his remaining teammates. Then in the next episode he freezes the sun. Have-nots then lose the challenge, but for an unrelated reason. And then in BFB 21, Blocky, Fiery and Taco commit burglary and theft. The have-nots then lose the challenge. Yeah, I don't have much to say about post-split. They win the next one. Woody gets revenge on Blocky in BFB 23, and Blocky gets sent to the Shallow Realm or something. X does too. The have-nots next. So in BFB 24, Blocky is eliminated. Since he's kind of trapped in a cage, it's difficult for him to commit crimes now. I mean, he does have a tablet, but we don't see or hear of him committing crimes with it, so he's safe. But he does pass the torch to Woody. I decided to watch BFB 25 to 28 on 2x speed, since I don't remember Blocky doing anything of value in those episodes, and 29-30 on 2x speed too, because they're 66 minutes long combined. But YouTube TV doesn't let you change the playback speed. This means I'm technically not actually going to watch the whole thing in a single sitting like I planned. Oops. So it turns out the eliminated contestants get let with the BRB in BFB 28, not 29, but can you blame me for misremembering when the last 3 episodes just kind of blend together when you've only watched each one once when they came out? He dresses up as Balloony for the Among Us challenge. Also now there's 4 hosts. This is getting out of hand. BFB 29 sees the contestants and Purpleface trying to raise money to save the show. BFB 30 has a big fight for the BFDI or something. Blocky is yet to appear in Teapot, and it is unclear if he ever will, so this is the end. Now for the crimes. BFB 1, battery saw, 6 months $1,000 fine. Second degree murder, tennis ball, life. Second degree murder, golf ball, life. BFB 6, first degree murder 4, life. 2 times battery, donut and X, 1 year, $2,000 fine. BFB 7, Unauthorized computer access, remote, 3 years, $10,000 fine. BFB8, battery, donut, 6 months, $1,000 fine. BFB9, battery, basketball, 6 months, $1,000 fine. Battery, tennis ball, 6 months, $1,000 fine. BFB13, illegal mining, $1 million fine. The reason it's $1 million fine is because the damage caused and the number of contestants doing it. So I think $1 million for each contestant who participated in the illegal emerald mining. Yeah, I think that's fair. BFB 14, yes, he's mining here as well, but it's the same operation as the previous episode, so there's no additional charge. BFB 15, 2 times battery, Foley and puffball, 1 year, $2,000 fine. BFB 17, 2,760 times first or second degree murder, bubble, 2,760 life. Yes, I know BFDI 2, but I'm going to say the kills being counted are outside of that. BFB 18, attempted second degree murder, bubble, 9 years, battery X, 6 months, $1,000 fine. 27 more counter battery on X, 13 years, 6 months, $27,000 fine. Assault Woody, 6 months, $1,000 fine. BFB 19, vandalism X, 1 year, $1,000 fine. Battery Woody, 6 months, $1,000 fine. 4 times involuntary manslaughter is have not teammates, 16 years, $40,000 fine. BFB 20, arson causing serious bodily injury, X, 9 years. Hate crime, the sun, 1 year, $5,000 fine. Blocking out the sun, life. BFB 21, burglary, yellowface, 3 years. Bank theft, yellowface, 6 months, $1,000 fine. BFB 22, perjury and lying on the oath, the half-cots, 2,763 years. False impersonation, great, 1 year, $10,000 fine. BFB 23, attempting to rescue a prisoner, the victim of that is whoever jailed for 4 years. BFB 24, vandalism, flower, 1 year, $1,000 fine. BFB 29, conspiracy to commit first degree murder, announcer, life. Trespassing, 6 months, $1,000 fine. 2 times conspiracy to commit first degree murder, Jacknjellify, 2 life. BFB 30, attempted robbery, announcer, 3 years. And we're finally done with BFB. This section covers other BFDI related content on the Jacknjellify channel which might not necessarily be canon. Note that the BFDI storyboards, BFDIA voting videos, BFDIA 1 alternate cut, YTP MVs, except last BFDI that contain any BFDI XIA videos will not be counted. The reason Ballers isn't with the main canon stuff when BFDI is back and Paper Towel Lars because those are in the all BFDI episodes playlist and Ballers isn't. I'm not doing a summary of these videos, not that I remember what's from them anyway. Also, I know the first 2 videos predate BFDI, but I forgot a lot of them beforehand. Let's just get into the crimes. So these are all the videos I counted, and these are the ones that Blocky commits crimes in. Let's look at his crimes. BFDI fan art reviews: 3 times first degree murder, fiery bubble ice cube, 3 life. First degree murder bubble, life. First degree murder ice cube, life. Battery snowball, 6 months, $1,000 fine. Boat yoil cake, oh my god we did it. Attempted first degree murder, bubble, life. Happy birthday, battle for BFDI, second degree murder, cake, life. BFDI, all seriously, arson match, 3 years. BFB contestants react to wiki comments, inciting insurrection, life. Pumpkin 2.0, BFDI Halloween shorts, battery leafy, 6 months, $1,000 fine. BFDI, claustrophobes nightmare, 3 times attempted first degree murder, donut matchbook, 3 life. Now let's see his total sentence. Okay, so his pre-BFDI sentence is 6 months plus $1,000 fine. His BFDI sentence is 11 life, 92 years, 6 months, 1 year probation, $15,000 fine. His BFDIA plus IDFB sentence is life plus 8 years, 6 months plus $1,000 fine. His BFB sentence is 2,767 life, 2,833 years, and a $1,107,000 fine. In terms of other BFDI content, he gets 11 life, 4 years, and $2,000 fine. So what is that in total? Well, in total, that is 2,790 life, plus $2,938 years, 6 months, plus 1 year probation, plus $1,126,000 fine. So in conclusion, it's clear that Blocky needs to be locked up really badly. Almost as badly as I want to look like Gwen from Total Drama. And I forgot to timestamp Blocky's crimes, so I'm gonna have to go all the way back to these videos and find his crimes again to get screenshots of them. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. See you guys later. Until next time. Bye, maniacs.